Hey y'all, I am here today to give you all my quarterly flip. I'm gonna make it this as quick as possible. I'm not up to it, but I need to change out my um, inserts for the quarter. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna be brief about it, and yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, and like I said, I'm gonna be brief about it. Not in the best place at this time, but I don't want to take them out, because if I take them out, I'm probably not going to come back to them. Raise y'all up just a little bit. Okay, so here is April, and beginning of April, May, and June is what I'm going to give you all a flip through. I cannot believe that these 3 months flew by. But anyway, here we go. So April the 1st, me and my husband went to the Kolache factory. I did some clothes. I received some Happy Meal. I had leftovers from lunch, and it looks like I was watching Fresh Bel Air. I don't know if this was the beginning of it, or if I was just watching some of the second season. I know that, excuse me if y'all hear the my husband is mooring. Paid the mortgage, which I did not do. I have the 2 little arrows. Did some dishes. We went to Bighorn, and I went and visited with my mom. I was supposed to go take Amazon return back, but I didn't do that. And I paid a credit card bill. On Sunday, I made a pot of coffee. I did some tax prep, which says I did not do that. What does the S mean? Oh, I can't think of what that means right now. If I remember it, I will let you all know. Did not do any Bible study that day. Had some planning time. Did some more dishes. I binged some recordings that I had. We had Panda Express for breakfast. We had grits, sausage, and bacon, and a half a bagel. It was my son's best friend's birthday, and had Subway for lunch. I cooked steak, potatoes, and veggies that evening for breakfast. Don't know what the S means, and there's an S too. Hopefully it'll come to me. Okay. Did not walk. I have a 7:30 meeting that morning. Had Mickey D's coffee and chicken biscuit. Mobile protocol. So I don't know what mobile protocol is. I know what protocol is. 446 scale I had to work on. That was something at work. Amazon return. I still did not do that. Looking into the DMI session number. That's something for work. Taco Cabana tacos for lunch. We had an SIV that day. Manager's powwow meeting. Inventoried my Sheep Sparrow collection, and red snapper rice pineapple salsa for dinner is what I made. Now, my Sheep Sparrow collection, so I actually just got a paper. I had all of my planners, leather planners, and TNs and rings all mixed together, but I ended up doing one with just the Sheep Sparrow collection. So if y'all want to see that, let me know, and I'll do that. Tax prep for 2022. It looks like I did do that. My events and my sales, and then email someone at work for ct.gov. Put in PTO. I need to actually go back and do that because I did put in PTO, but I never did log it. So I need to do that. There's 2 that I missed. Put in PTO. Okay. There's 2 that I missed, so I'm going to write them down so I can go in and do that because I never did do them. Had a quality meeting, data analytics meeting, cooked chicken stew, did some dishes. My mom came over and spent the night. This was Joanne's birthday. 0782, follow up with someone at work. I took my vitamins, follow up with someone else at work on a protocol. And then my husband called, got some calls from Hits for RN jobs. I made a few purchases from Drungles, Van Ness Pens, and Amazon. And I paid Ulta bill there as well. Here, I still did not walk. We had a little bit of a cold front here. Had coffee that morning with biscuit, egg, sausage. Had a foot-long hot dog for lunch, and then Chick-fil-A, I guess, nuggets and mac and cheese for dinner maybe. Surfed Facebook. I hardly ever go on Facebook or Instagram, so sometimes I will write those down. I did towels. My mom had an appointment on this day. And then this is just a memory that I put in. And then I did some more tax prep. And today was also payday. I talked to my mom that morning, raining. And it was cool out. It was cool out, I think, for about 3 or 4 days here. Did not do some work on 0782. I did review this protocol. I reviewed this protocol. There was a timeline meeting here. I did the dark tiles here. On this day I did tiles, but it was the whites. We had a meeting. Neo. SIV meeting. I can't read the name of what they calling it, but it was for 2022-0681. I had kava for lunch. I dried the towels. Oh, and the latch was broken on the dryer, so I had to end up propping the trash can on the door of it so it can hold it, so we can get the towels dried. And then my husband got to look at it, I believe, on Saturday or so. Had a product sale here. My dad, I was supposed to call him. I didn't get a chance to. I just put the washi rain down to signify that it had rained. I did not do some tax prep here. I was supposed to, but did not. I organized one of my planner carts. I have 2 of them. One, well, actually, yeah, both of them have stickers on it. One has a lot of notebooks on it. And yeah, a lot of notebooks on it. And then on the very bottom shelf, like stamps and stuff like that. So had tacos for lunch and coffee, or was that for breakfast? Grits plus chicken, and then kava for lunch or kava for dinner. Yeah, so tacos for breakfast, grits and chicken for lunch, and then kava for dinner, looks like. And I noted it was cool out. I think I said that already. Oh, and then I filmed the video on my Drungles unboxing. On this day, it rained again. Reviewed a database. Did not do tax prep, was supposed to. I did not do product inventory. I have done that since, but I didn't do that until this month, which was in June. um, I did not put in my PTO. I forgot to do that, but I have done that, of course, by now. Did a database validation. Um, and I sent the database validation. When we went through it, there were some revisions that were needed, and so I sent those revisions that evening. It says I cook with my babe, so me and my husband cooked together some honey garlic chicken, asparagus, and potatoes. Had some planning time this afternoon. Placed an Etsy stickers order, 93.58, and then a Jenica's Journal TN, which was 66. So these were two different shops for stickers, and then Jenica's Journal. Light mist and rain here on the 8th. Kelton to Whataburger and got us breakfast. I filmed 3 videos here. I did do some tax prep. I know I did because I remember that. Events and sales, product inventory, I still did not do that. Kohl's return, I done that. FedEx store, I done that. Check my BP, I done that. Dust, clean bathroom, I did not do either one of those. Miss Julie's B-Day party was that day. We went there. A little memory here. The next day, I think this was Easter, yes, Easter brunch. Cooked breakfast that morning, did the dishes, and then we went to my sister's for Easter brunch. That was it. And the 9th, oh, this was one of my co-workers' birthday here. Well, ex-co-worker, she's retired now. Then we had, I paid a bill here. I fixed a pot of coffee. These little dots here, I know those signified my son working. I don't track those any longer, but I was then. This may have been his first day. We had biscuits, coffee, egg, and sausage, and oatmeal for breakfast. And then I made a note that he cooked breakfast with me. And he went to the grocery store that morning, had training RDC meeting here. Was supposed to do some edits for a protocol, did not do that. Had a task force meeting here. I needed to check the lights that the date they are to be paid. So my lights, do y'all's do that? They fluctuate. They don't have a certain date that is due every month. So I always have to check to make sure, because I will forget in a minute. And so I always try and check ahead of time of the due, so that I won't miss when the payment is actually due, because I have been known to let the lights get cut off because I forget to pay them. So, and then I'll pay them, and my husband be having a fit because he act like it's the end of the world. I'm like, it's okay. But yeah, so I have, because that bothered him so much, I have had to put into my mind frame reminders for me to always check the lights, because it fluctuates, and it doesn't fluctuate by like 2 or 3 days. When it actually fluctuates like 15 days or so as far as when they're due, and that's strange to me, but that's how it is, and that's how it's been. I've been with the same company for the last 30 years. No, wait, yeah, see, he was 30, yeah, 33, 34 years I've been with the same company. I'm thinking when I moved out of my home with my mom's house with my son. Yeah, so it's been 34 or 35 years. So anyway, Yeah, they fluctuate, so I always have to try and keep up with that. Um, and then I did pay the gas bill, and it looks like and I did pay the light. So when I got on here and checked, I went on ahead and paid it, I guess. Um, I placed an order for Moterm. I sorted tax receipts. Um, this is just my chime balance here. I didn't have any soda. I made note of that. I think I made, yeah, a note, no soda here or there, which is good for me. My honey mowed the yard, had coffee. Sterling Ink order shipped on this day, looks like. I don't know what was at Methodist. Something. Maybe we had an appointment there or something. I don't think my mom was hospitalized during this time. I'm pretty sure she wasn't. So I don't know what it was the note for Methodist for. I'm going back and looking and see, y'all. Oh, that's my husband. He was working at Methodist at this time. So that's what that is. He's no longer working there. Once he got his nursing job, this was his part-time EMT job. He's a paramedic. And so he was working there part-time, but he's no longer working there. Once he got the nursing job, he let this one go. He was going to try and keep him because he had just started it. But their schedule is full-time people get the picks of days first, and so he's part-time. So the days that he could work, mostly the full-time people had those, and he did it for like 2 months after this, because this was when he started working, I believe was in April, and it just didn't work, so he eventually just let it go. No, he did it for 1 month after this, because he let it go in May. I remember that. Data quality meeting, data analytics meeting, RN manager interview was here. We had an SIV here. I had Bighorn for lunch, Dollar Tree for cooking spray or hair oil. That was for a project I was working on. Dishes, leftover spaghettis, changed my mom bag. This was ex-coworker's birthday. Husband, we sent out for a salvage title, or either sent out for it or research what it was. Tax prep here. Oh, I just made a note that my mom's labs were looking good. Let's see if I see. I don't think I have one, do I? Yes, I do. And then tidy up the living room couches. I had paperwork and stuff all over them. Oh, it doesn't work. So because of that, I cleared it off. Here it is. I cleared them off and sorted through all of the paper and stuff like that. I'm constantly sorting through mail. We get so much mail, y'all. But I don't do good with bills coming without seeing the actual physical paper. I forget them. So, yeah. Rescheduled OBGYN appointment here, or I tried to, but I couldn't get it rescheduled. It would have been too far out, so I ended up keeping that appointment. I did some database edits and then monitor vetting process and some tax prep. I did not do a zone. I was supposed to pick a zone to work on for the week. I had a shower here instead of a bath, and it was trash day. That's it. Looks like it rained here. I put downpour. I had pancakes and sausage for breakfast. Changed mom bag. AliExpress order was there. Some edits on the database, and I needed to get some paperwork for my son's taxes here. He worked on this day. I didn't get them. Withdrew some money out for someone that I was giving some cash to. Papers 10 a.m. for scanning 1 hour. So evidently I was supposed to have some papers scanned in an hour. I cleaned the guest bath. Treatment education here. I vacuumed the guest room. Closeout program meeting here. 0938 meeting, weekly check-in, a 3-wire meeting, Dollar Tree meeting, law, just a note. And mom had an ultrasound done here, folded towels, did some tax prep, and this is a meeting here. I mean, not a meeting, a memory here. Did some dishes, focused on this protocol, and then also ordered some supplies from Amazon. Mopped and sprayed the guest bath. Paid the mortgage here. Enter patients to Red Cap for testing. We have not done that yet. Okay, so I'm writing stuff down as I go through it so that I can actually put them on my to-do list for July. Paid the mortgage, which I think I did a lot of that this quarter, writing stuff twice. I went to bed early that day. I told Kelton to fold the towels, vacuumed the game room. It was another ex-co-worker's birthday today. Transferred money to the account. Take shower shoes downstairs. I did do that. And I paid Sephora. And that is it on that day. Most things that are highlighted like this are memories, so I'm not gonna say it anymore. I'm just gonna tell y'all, and then y'all will just know, okay, that must be a memory. That's why she ain't going over it. Showered on that day instead of a bath. And for people who don't know, sometimes I take showers, sometimes I take baths, and I try and keep up which one it is, or if I haven't had one over the other in a while, I'll put it was a shower this time versus a bath. And I do that because I used to always take baths, and now I take showers, but then I do go back to baths. I don't know. I have a thing about we should be using the bathtub and not just a shower, because we have a bathtub. So I try and keep up with, am I using the bathtub? So yeah. So if I put shower down instead of bath, that's because I've been taking baths instead of showers. So, and the same thing, when I switch over to baths, you'll see a little bathtub or something like that. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like you should use everything that you have, everything that you're given. You should be using it. And we got a separate shower and bathtub in our home because I took baths. My husband took showers. But now, because one of my knees is really, really bad, I do take showers more now, so I don't have to get into the tub. But I still like taking baths, and I want to utilize my bathtub as long as I can. So yeah, trash day here, Red Cap meeting, worked on monitor calendar, had lunch, a burger from somewhere, continue review meeting, data analytics meeting, monitor findings meeting, and then I did not do dishes I was supposed to. I see that I marked it out. My Jenicas journals arrived, and then my Moterm Fuchsia Rose weekly arrived as well. Okay, and I just made a note here. It says product inventory and taco soup, so that's what I was planning on cooking one day soon, was the taco soup. Here had Mickey D's coffee, and then I cooked breakfast, pancakes and sausage. Did the dishes. I had pizza for lunch. Rode with Hubs to Walgreens and to Kroger and stayed in the vehicle. We watched Woman King here. Taxes to Bay. My husband needs the tax papers for something, which he still has not gotten those yet. Cleaned downstairs bath and trash out. And I put here that my ankle was hurting. I don't know what it was hurting for, but it hurted a few days. So yeah. I mopped the floors. I filmed. Sprayed down the couches with, the little refresher spray. Tidied up. Starbucks with Hubs. Cooked breakfast. Stalogies. Ordered Stalogies plus gloves. Watched Bel Air. And then memory here. Cooked. Did some dishes. Called my dad. And I filmed. Oh, and my mom went home this day. Mom started another treatment, EREG training, human subject protection training, SOCR certification, and I wanted to check it when it is due. So I still need to check that. Put in time. Made a pot of coffee. I found my A6 pen and gear tablets. I couldn't find them, but I did find them. RDC training, audit response, 0782 build and submit. And it was my sister's birthday, who stays in California. It was her birthday. I went over to change my mom's bag, and I got some order in. I put the little sticker there from there. These are my top 3, which was Shell Bill, a follow-up, and then edits for a database. A memory here. Went to Luby's for lunch. Ordered bags and gloves. My husband had a doctor's appointment at 4, and it was rescheduled. I had super bad chills on that day, and I'm not for sure why. I remember that though. My husband received a job offer here. That's it. Here, audit response meeting, inventory. Put in Tuesday for PTO, shell build, and send 0813 revisions. My husband cleaned the kitchen. A weekly check-in was on this day. Training matrix and for Radiance completed, and then worked until 7:15 that night. I was very cold, and yeah, freezing today. Was so cold. So if I had chills this day, I wonder what's something going on. I wasn't sick. I haven't been sick, so maybe it was something going on. I just didn't know. I had Chinese for dinner. Here, meeting with PI, payday. It rained on this day. Ford interviews, which I did do that. I had a OB-GYN appointment here, and on that day we scheduled the hysteroscopy, which I just had that done this last month in June. Today is July the 2nd, by the way. Pre-op, 1:45. I checked my blood pressure. For some reason, it was high that day at the doctor's office. But it wasn't a resting BP is what I actually noted. Um, I, yeah, okay. And then that evening, after the OBGYN, I started bleeding. Bills I had to pay, those are all marked. Starbucks thunderstormed on Friday. Meeting audit response here. I had some tea, query review, admin clerk interview, RDC interview. I called Frankie to set a breakfast date. I had some bleeding here. I had actually bleeding for a few days. This day was the worst day. I remember that. Coat pens order arrived. Valima and Tuma stickers. I think they arrived on this day. I don't think I made the order. I made a drop off at FedEx. Email. Oh, and then they called me and changed the hysteroscopy from 6/7 to 6/13. I had an email offer for the admin clerk that we interviewed. A Sterling Ink order undated 7 p.m. Hubs to Cold Spring. Back tonight at 9 p.m. Changed all to work next day. So he got back at 9 and he changed his oil that night because he went to work the next day and he wanted to get it done. Paid the HVAC here. Kohl's return here. Well, which was an Amazon return. That's where I do all of my returns at for Amazon. We went to Killen's Barbecue. That was our first time going there. And my sister and they went and they ordered it rather. And then I went and got some and went to their house and we all ate together. Washed clothes, stickers from Amazon, order, sleep in, and then I said not really up at 7:30. And then that night about 12 something, I had to end up going to my sister's house because my mom had a mess up with her bag. HVAC, it rained here. Paid bills here. This was a lazy day. I had kava for lunch. I had a headache. Coat pen swatches are done. Memory of my son. I tasted the bread pudding from Killen's and I said how good it was. And that's a memory of my husband, something with eating. And me and my husband watch movies all day that day. So, yeah, this is actually going a lot slower than what I anticipated. So, let me try and pick it up here. So, had a faculty meeting, audit response, prep for on-site, sprayed pillows, tax refund allocation. So we got how much we were getting back and I needed to allocate the funds to where they were going to go. We filmed, had a one-on-one with my manager, all things management here, meeting, headache. And I did check my BP. It was fine. Texas Roadhouse for dinner. My husband had to complete some paperwork there. On site, Hubs dropped me off. And I didn't do anything that day because I was at work all day. I had a headache again on that day. I remember this. I was going through a rash of headaches for some reason. They stopped. I don't know if I was dehydrated or what the problem was. Had a meeting here. Notified of an audit, targeted audit for 3 of our trials. Some more work meetings here. Pickup RX, which I did not. No, my husband picked up his. Mine's is later through here. Here I put this little girl with a little battery life and Z's, basically saying she's wiped out. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. Thunderstorms, Chase Southwest, cleaned the bathroom. Memory here, memory here, memory here. Taco Bell audit response. Thunderstorms here. I woke up 6 a.m. Amazon, I had a stuffy nose. Encore training there. Audit prep here. I had dry eye today. I hadn't had that in a while, but I remember having that, and I had to take some of my drops. This is something about my mom and pills. That's what it was. I checked her vitamins. Married at First Sight, dishes. Lunch, meat and cheese for lunch. That's all. I didn't have time to go and get anything. I filmed, submitted an audit response, a memory here, and this is a memory of at work actually. Tea time, Sterling Link order, passport size notebooks, and then planning update here, and a tiny bit of constipation. I assumed it was from the loss of blood over the last few days that I had. So yeah. And then this was one of my top 3 things that I was going to be working on this month in April. And these were my top 3 habits that I was going to be working on in April. They didn't do so well, and I didn't track most of them. So yeah, that's how that goes. It was very windy on this day, cold and windy. Memory, ollie clips. I ordered some ollie clips, and I ordered the Cody from Chic Sparrow. I had Starbucks. I started Raising Dion season 2. I had a breakfast on a bun for breakfast, and for lunch I had fish. Fair costume. I did look, but I did not see one. We had employee appreciation. We had a fair or carnival themed employee appreciation event, and so I was looking for a costume for it, but I didn't find anything, so I left it alone. And Sterling Ink Undated was received. MDA training, wear PCIs, so that's just my blue light rays, so that I could, because my, I told you my eyes were bothering me here, so yeah. Put away Sterling Ink orders, which I did do that. I needed to plan the girls trip. I did not do that, and I did a weekly review, so I didn't do that. We were supposed to go in June. We ended up not going, but I got to see them on yesterday, the 1st, and so they made the dates, and they're going to do the planning for me, so I really appreciate that. Memory at work, tea. I had some tea on that evening. Amazon delivery, data capture, quality meeting. So a lot of this stuff is things that happen on a week-to-week basis, and then other things that I'm working on. I started using this sometime during the month, which is, this is for vitamins, the circle. This is for a bowel movement. Did I have a bowel movement? And then this is for waters, and this is 16 ounces of water each time. So I had stopped tracking them too, but I'm getting better. So I'm in May now, y'all. This is May 1st, yeah. So anyway, this is a lot of memories. I had a bout of diarrhea for some reason there. Data capture meetings, nothing there. I got a order from Custom Crafts by Rhonda Lee. My husband got for me, and I opened that. I loved it. Had a sticker order in from Temp Loves Crafts. Cooked that taco soup. Kelton went to the grocery store for me. That's my youngest son. Field glass work order was complete, so that was great. That was for that admin clerk temp position. Folded clothes and meetings, wash dishes, and text girls about the girl trip. And I'm not for sure if I had done that or not. Super humid outside. I made a note, somebody's birthday, and I showered that morning. Okay, so I guess sometimes I put it up there because I did it in the morning versus in the night. I don't know why sometimes I put it, why sometimes I don't. But aside from what I told you all earlier in the video, I put a load of clothes in. I filmed. I purchased some orders from Etsy, made some Etsy orders, emailed someone at work, type and cross was done for my mom. I had a type and cross here when I got ready to do my procedure. That's why I was like, is that for me? Yeah, type and cross for my mom. Memory here. I washed my hair. Weekly check-in here. Folded clothes. AliExpress refunded me. Changed my mom's bag. My mom's legs were really swollen on this day, and they kept getting swollen more and more. My mom spent the night here. Order was paid. Ulta was paid. Mickey D's for coffee. My mom had a blood transfusion. Tea time here. Planning time here. Bighorn. I like this thing soul ties, so somebody said it in I don't know if it was a video or something that I wrote, so I wanted to look that up. Clipped toenails. Folded some clothes. Set up a scanner, which haven't done that yet still. Lord. Then this is when I started trying to, I guess, track my weeklies on these, and this didn't stay long. I need to actually put this back though, and start tracking it. That'll be good if I can. But let's see. I cleaned the guest bath and mopped the floors. H2O mom's stuff, washed mom's things, I guess. Paid bills here, memories here. Sterling Ink notebook orders. Order work bag from Amazon, which I haven't done that yet, but I do have one in mind. Change sheets. Trash day, wake up early, out the door by 7. So I must have had to be, yeah, today, that was the 5th. I had to be to work for an early meeting. So, yeah. Okay. Payday was that day. Temps Loves Crafts arrived. Happy Meal. Organized the office. Pick up Mom's Eloquist. Queen Charlotte. I started watching that. And then Self-Care. Bath, nails, and eyebrows. And I didn't do nails or eyebrows. We did not go here for my husband's birthday, because I ended up at my mom's, and my husband was very tired because he got off this morning. So we ended up going later through I think the next weekend. It looks like we had Panda Express for lunch. He slept most of the day, so we didn't do too much anything. Okay. Then here, it was a 7:30 meeting here. Some of my priorities here, meeting meeting, meeting. Memory here. Mom's shoes and planner bags came in. And then update mom's medical insert, which I did do that. A death of a close friend. Okay, and I just made a note. Lord help me to get it together. Thunderstorms here. Cooked breakfast. Trash day. Subway for lunch. Husband went to grocery store. Folded clothes. Had rotisserie chicken, spinach, and yams for lunch and dinner. Called my dad. Completed updating my mom. Oh, I didn't update it here. I updated it here. Switch out my meal planner TN. A note here. Printer ink. I have not purchased that yet. But I need to. Okay. Picked up my hub's prescription, and then I did flip of week 18 here. Okay. And then how long? We are going into an hour. I cannot believe this. I don't think I've ever spent this much time on going through quarterly. But we had some thunderstorms on this day. Encore training, paid a bill. I put what the F. There was something not ready at the doctor's office. Sheik Sparrow Cody have had some scalp issues with my last wash. Between my last wash day. So was wondering what that was about. Again, I was super dehydrated during this time. Watched Blood Origins. Burgers for dinner and Luby's for lunch. I worked half a day here. And then we had a meeting here. Hubs bought Panera for breakfast. Finished the E-Reg training. Stretched. I did not do weights. I was wiped out. Had a timeline meeting. Memory here. Filmed that Sheik Sparrow order that I had placed. I filmed it when I got it in. I remember I had noted I had been constipated, so here I just said good poop. So normal. My husband worked this day, changed my mom's bag. I finished Blood Origins here. I think it was only like 6 episodes. I watched some here and watched some here. Memory of my mom there. Oh, can y'all see? A little bit out of frame here. Sorry about that again. I was using these. I didn't stick with them, but I think I have another idea, but we'll see. Anyway, rise early, trash out. My husband washed the car. My son picked up some medicine for my mom. My cousin came over. Audit prep on site. Going to sit with mom for a while. Paid Sephora, Williams Sonoma, and student loan. Went to go see my mom still. Watched a movie called The Mother, and I started Umbrella Academy. This was actually really, really good, y'all. Put a note, there was a scare, but mom was fine. I don't know what that's about there. Met with someone at work on a protocol. It drizzled on the way home from work. My husband worked this day. Okay. So this is the day that we ended up going to First Watch instead of that weekend before. We went and purchased a TV for the downstairs and moved the TV that was downstairs upstairs. Starbucks with my honey. My Kaweco brass sport pen arrived. Copy TV receipt. I have finally done that. And changed the sheets, dusted downstairs. Had some tea. It rained that day. Okay, I did. I was supposed to plan some of the Austin trip. I don't think I've done that. I did do it one weekend, but I don't know what weekend it was. Maybe it was last weekend, the last weekend. Breakfast at Sissy's. This was Mother's Day, so we went there for brunch. Starbucks that morning. This is the balance on the Starbucks card, I guess. And then my husband went back to work on this day, so he wasn't able to come with us. Had a Sterling, I filmed the Sterling ink order here. I was very tired this morning and stiff. Okay, so here I'm just kind of breeze through this. Memories, breakfast, renew a membership that I have. The admin clerk that we had been working on was rejected, so we ended up having to start over again. I added meetings back to a calendar. We decided we were going to stretch those out for another 6 weeks. So I added that in, and then needed to actually pay some bills here. Trash day, paid gas bill, data quality meeting, data Linux meeting, data QC meeting, Amazon delivery, gas bill. Like I said, I paid a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff twice for some reason, writing stuff down. Requested access for a protocol, a meeting, memory about an employee, memory about my mom. And it rained. I think I said it rained already. And it looks like it's going to rain today, y'all. It was very cloudy out, dark clouds this morning. So hopefully it does, because it's so freaking hot. It's unreal. Memory about my mom. We had an audit prep on site this day. Went to bed about 6 when I got home from here. I was super tired. I said it didn't go to bed. I just laid down at 6 and stayed there until I went to sleep and got up the next morning. Whataburger, coffee. My dad called this morning. This is the day he called and let me know he was going to come down to see my mom. Clinical pipe timeline, audit debrief, strategies meeting, dryer stopped heating right here. So if the latch was broken, my husband didn't start working on it until until this time then. Talked to Mom, Umbrella Academy, season 2 started. Pick up the house, folded clothes, groceries for Saturday breakfast, and then 0813 revision, preparing to submit. Wells Fargo carryover. And I did check my Maestro. Okay. So I am just going to flip because this is an hour long, y'all. And I don't want to keep you all too long. You all might not watch it once y'all see it's an hour long. I'm just going to call out some stuff. Tax prep on that day. Memory here. Hair oil recipes for my business. Sticker delivery. Filmed that day. Memory of my son. Watered the plants. Went to the office this day. My mom lost some more weight. My husband worked. I picked up my mom and aunt from the doctor on this day. After I got off work, had a site initiation for this trial. Memory here. Mom went in for some IV fluids. Okay, y'all, I guess it cut off, so I guess it filmed for too long, so this is going to be a part 2. So this is where I was at and when I heard the beep. But my husband worked this day, picked up mom from the doctor's office. After the doctor's office, here, IV fluids. My mom had some IV fluids. I completed something with the computer. I don't know what that is. I can't read it. I don't know. My husband worked here. Database build here. My mom took, my cousin took my mom to go get her IV fluids done. Beautiful day, sunny and pretty. Memory about my mom. Remember I told y'all I was going to try and make all of those one color. Okay. Filled up my tank, Amazon delivery, Amazon order. Both of these were Amazon orders. Bay went to Kroger, planner catch up. I hadn't done some planning, so I caught up on it. Paid a bill, and I had a hot dog for lunch. I did not get a chance to wash my hair on that day. Memory of my mom. Purchased my mom a clock. Amazon order payment here. My husband washed the dishes, and I got home about 1:30 that morning because I had to go over to my mom's house. Today was the day off. I had Mickey D's and then Kolache Factory, Mickey D's coffee and then Kolache Factory. Pay St. Luke's. I don't know what that is. 4. I remember that. I questioned that the last time when I read it, when I did a flip through. Detangled my hair on this day. Transferred money to my account. Replaced bag. Oh, this was a memory from my sister. About my mom though, so let me put that. Okay. I went to, that was that night. So my mom was actually admitted to the hospital on this day. Why don't I have that on here? I'm surprised. Oh, I do have it. Okay. Well, all right. I do have it. Sorry about that, y'all. She was admitted to the hospital on that day. So this is, my mom said this, not my sister. Oh, shoots. See, this is what back planning gets you mixed up. Okay, there we go. The admin clerk started on this day. Some new staff training here. Review and deploy a protocol. Renew NCI. I finally did get that done. notes of work here. Ollie clip orders came in, and I think I placed another Ollie clip order shortly after that. Had some tea, did not have tea, there's an X there. Survey meeting with managers. I went to the doctor. This was the day that I had my pre-ops, and I had EKG and labs done. Moterm order here. PK order arrived. PK order stickers filmed. Went to Mickey D's for coffee. I was on site on this day, and it rained on that day. PayPal payment. I had some heartburn on site this day. Renew NCI, which I guess I didn't do it the other day. Then no, I didn't. So I must have done it this day. 2 quarts oil and truck. My husband did that. Thank God he's now changed the oil. We've been so busy, y'all. Like, we haven't had time for anything that we need to be having time for. Timeline meeting set. Meeting with another employee. I went by the hospital to see my mom. Audit response by 3 p.m. due. Talked to mom. Did not get to see her today. So that was Thursday. Wednesday I did see her. Tuesday I did. Yeah, Tuesday I did. Wednesday and this day I did not. So I had to remember that. This day it was because I went to the doctor's. This day I ended up leaving work extremely late. Then I had to go set an appointment for the cardiologist. We had Chinese that day for my EKG because I had IRBBB, and they wanted to make sure that I was cleared for surgery. This day is the day that I did renew my NCI. Some things that I needed to do, putting in time, setting meetings and stuff over here. I filmed my Create with Pen order. I picked up meds for the procedure, placed jet pens order, which I did not do, and then Etsy order was done, and I had Roadhouse chops for dinner. My husband attended a funeral. My son attended a funeral. Cloth and CP quickly then went right away. I don't know what that is. CP quickly then went right away. I don't know. Put credit card stickers in this binder, which I still don't think I've done that. So my mom got out the hospital this day, so I didn't go to either one of these funerals. We ended up taking my mom back to the hospital here. So I was supposed to go to Daiso that day. I did not go, which I will probably do that tomorrow. I rewashed a load of clothes because I let them sit in the dryer. Forgot them in there. No coffee today, but I did have a Coke Zero. Meal planned. I sent the Crafts by Rhonda Lee. I ordered another cup and I sent the payment for that. Woke up at 10 this morning. My son's first day lab of clinicals for this second class that he's in. And this was just the input-output that I made note of. Then, here on the 5th, it was my dad's birthday. I went and visited my mom. Nope, I didn't visit my mom because she ended up getting discharged on this day. So I went and actually picked her up from the hospital. Worked here, prescriptions, We had Bighorn for dinner on the way back from my mom's because I stayed there with her for a while once we got her to the house. Paid some bills, other work stuff, washed a load of laundry. It rained that day. Rained this day. This day, I know it leaked in the car for some reason. With the rain, we couldn't tell where it was coming from. So yeah. So I was on site this day. I was on site this day. The temp said it was 88, which is not so bad. But now, for this end of June, it's been hot. My husband worked here. Oh, this is a memory. We left, and I went to go and meet the nurse who was coming out to my mom's house, but by the time I got there, she had already left. So I was a little disappointed about that, but that's okay. My husband put in 2 quarts of oil, seems like. He's finally changed it, thank you, Lord. And week 21 and 22 daily flip I did some planning here. These are steps. And then soup and salad for lunch. For dinner. Okay, memory on my mom. Picked up mom's purse. She left it at the hospital. 2 moms. 91 brain. I had some heartburn. Put in the PTO. Went to go change mom's bag. Faculty meeting at 7:30. That was on June 8th. Heartburn here. Sent a $25 employer appreciation gift. Memory about my husband here. Chinese veggies and rice for dinner. Paid some bills, tiny little things, started that. It was good as well. It was windy again. Went to Walmart. I put some gas in the car. Went to Methodist for my pre-admission testing and paperwork for my procedure. Dailies flip and monthly setup done. Picked up meds for my mom, I think. Put away, no, you know what? I think that was mine. Put away some of the craft supplies that I had all over the place. I contacted Red Unk, or they contacted me. They may have contacted me. So here, I was on site. Start something. I can't even read that. Oh, that was the medication I had to start for the procedure. And I had to take it every 4 hours. RDC training, AE documentation, screenshots. I done that and sent that off. Then I had work. I did not plug in with, not me, my husband. I don't know what we had for dinner that day. I was NPO after midnight. Super productive work day. And that's it for that. Blood pressure here. Yep. Here I had my hysteroscopy, which was the procedure. My Nicole Hutch Design sticker order I did. I logged in and canceled meetings for the week. We had a meeting request be changed, which was good because I was going to cancel it. So I just made a note hysteroscopy was fine, everything good, but I had to wait on the path results. And I did get those in. Those were good. Baked potato, chicken baked potato. Staycation started on this day. And I took off the rest of this week. Wash clothes, work, paid water bill. Today was my auntie's birthday. We had Olive Garden for dinner. I filmed twice, Venice pen order and a Goulet pen order. Purchase mango butter and baobab oil. I need to do those. Okay. Then cleaned and packed Mom's kitchen. I did not do that. Our vehicles were broken into, all three of them. Nothing was taken out of them, just coins. Took first test of his second semester. Oh, so that might have been his first test that I discussed back here. So this is the first test of this current semester he's in. I did RSVP to a party. We made a Sam's run, which I have to remember to add that back into rotation now. Mortgage was paid. This is for insurance issue. I need to contact Cigna. Wash dishes, Netflix SWAT. I started that. Check the salt tank. We have not done that, and I need to do that though. We do have the salt at least, so that's good. So we don't have to go to the store and get it. Okay, washi tape from Amazon. I made a note that I love it. It was some florals. Very pretty, y'all. Fed the dogs. Hub's home late. We made it to dock on time. He got home late. And I had a doctor's appointment, so yeah. But we or my mom. Yeah, we had a doctor's appointment for my mom. But we got there on time. Trash day here. H2O filter. I need to get it. Cheek Sparrow arrived. Order arrived. And then Venice inks and paper test design all arrived. Memories here. Salt tank. Memory here. Here it was the party for my auntie, her birthday. Gas bill and paid Amazon. Filmed 3 videos. I don't think I paid the lights on that day. I think I paid it on the 19th, on that Monday, the next day. Washed hair. Work on menu plus pill diary for mom, which I done that. Did not eat well. Okay. That was my mom. I had to write that. Shadow clock. And then happy child for dinner, I suppose. Yep, paid the lights. um, hot AF, heat weather advisory. I did not take BP meds, but the BP meds ended up okay. So when I had the procedure, uh, both times that I visited the doctor, my blood pressure was in the 140s, over 80s, and they didn't want them to say they weren't going to do a procedure, so they told me to take BP meds for 4 days prior to the procedure. And I've been checking my blood pressure after that. So I don't know if it was because I was tired because everything that was going on with mom, or if it was because I was stressed out having to do the procedure myself and I didn't want to do it. I don't know what it was, but ever since then, my blood pressure has been okay. So that's so strange. And I went for my follow-up and blood pressure was okay then as well. So thank you, Lord, for that. The oil was changed on this day, so I did need to put that down. And my husband found out when he changed my oil that I had a brake leaking, so he's trying to eventually get that looked at too or fixed. Quality meeting, data analytics meeting, monitor SOP, got a delivery in. My son went to the grocery store for us. I cooked sloppy joes that night. Auntie and Sissy overdose. Oh, they gave my mom too much medicine. So, yeah. And my sister was freaking out. I told her it was okay. And, yeah. And my auntie was so super worried. No BP meds on that day. Work from home. I was supposed to be in the office, but I ended up working from home. So that I could just be with my mom on that day. Database review strategist meeting. Did not go on site today, and I did not contact Cigna. I still need to do that. Paid some bills. Yep. On-site hubs dropped me off. Closeout meeting. They did not show. I did do a follow-up with someone on both of these things. I did this as well. I'll have to check for that response when I get back into the office. More work stuff. I made a note to wash my hair, but that didn't happen. Virtual meeting with my mom's doctor. Again, no BP meds. I was just writing the dates. I ain't take them and what my blood pressure was reading, so I can report that to the doctor when I go back. 10:15 was my follow-up appointment for my procedure, and then talked to nurse. My doctor appointment, I was able to move it from here to here. I still did not wash my hair. My BP was up on the day I went into the doctor. Later on that evening, it went back down into the 130s over 80s. My heart rate was up as well. So I don't know if the doctors are causing me some stress that's making it go up. And it's been good since then. And that was on the 23rd. 24th was someone's birthday we know. Yeah. And then very sad and hard day for us. We had my blood pressure was okay here, heart rate okay here. Yeah, that was it. And then this week was all about just planning and making arrangements and stuff. So that's what this is. That's why you always see it naked, because I was not in the office this week at all. I did get to wash clothes a couple of days. Yeah. So I won't go through this. My sister came down from California. Again, this was running errands every single day. And that is the end of June. So that's it, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. You all have a good one. Bye-bye. I'm going to see if I can combine both videos.